So I'm sure you guys have seen this video, but let's go ahead and just play it once again real quick, you guys.
Mugshot and shit. Somebody talking about how I beat bitches and shit. Man, it is what it is. It is what the fuck it is. I don't give a damn. And if I beat bitches, so what? So motherfucking what? Be glad it ain't your mama, bitch. Alright? Cause your sister could be next, motherfucker.
God,
you better be happy that the bitch I'm beating ain't your bitch, nigga. What the fuck wrong with you? I'll do it again. I'll fucking do it again. You think I'm supposed to be like one of these celebrities, nigga, who get up here talking about how they hit somebody, and then they get up here and apologize and shit and talking about how they weren't in their right frame of mind. I was in my right frame of mind. I sure was. I was in my right. I never thought clear. After every single punch, nigga, I was thinking more clearer and clearer and clearer and clearer. It was unbelievable.
It was unbelievable. This nigga. That's crazy, man. So he went on to Adin Ross's stream actually and started to talk a little bit more about it, right? So let's see what
I don't feel like it's my fault that I enjoy beating bitches or seeing bitches getting their ass whooped no more, Adin. I don't. The fact that I love to participate in it, all it do is let me know that I'm making the world out here a better place. For all these crappy ass bitches out here who are not marriage material, like you said, I'm letting them know at least what a real man feel like. Adin, I beat 5 bitches in my life. I only been arrested one time. I got an 80% success rate with beating bitches.
That's crazy.
Out of the other 4 bitches that I beat, they are all married and they all have kids, nigga.
That's crazy.
I made nothing but better bitches out here on this fucking planet. In fact, I think the bitch that I be with in the long term is gonna be a bitch I have to beat or has been beaten. You have to feel the wrath of a man. It's a lot of bitches nowadays who are overweight and shit, and they'll get in your face talking about, nigga, you don't know shit, nigga, you don't know shit, nigga, you don't know shit. And you gotta straighten it out, Adin, some way or another, and talking on.
Man, that's crazy. Now, I kind of agree with the last part he said, but I don't think you do it by putting your hands on a woman. But there are certain things that just can't be fixed without violence, unfortunately, man. And I'll get into it in a little bit, but I'm gonna just say this: I don't believe in solving, especially domestic disputes with women with violence, but. We're gonna break this down real quick, you guys. So he also went into further about it. So let's go ahead and listen to some more.
Yeah, but if you grew up in Angola where the age of consent was 12 years old, and your daddy was fucking 12-year-old bitches, and your granddad was fucking 12-year-old bitches, you're not gonna grow up and think, oh, you know what? For me, it's gonna be 18. Nigga, that's some fucking American shit, bro. In Brazil, it's 14, and fucking Bahrain is 20. It's all depending on your environment. Like that pedophilic shit is based off of your fucking environment, bro.
And that's true. I'll agree with that.
You did not come out your fucking mama pussy saying that bitches under 18 are illegal. No, you didn't. That shit was filled into your head. The same way it is in every other fucking culture out here. You might think you being normal and you being cool and shit by saying, hey, you know what? You shouldn't fuck nobody under 40. Nigga, you being a weird ass American. And if you know, you've been a lot of places, Adin. You know that as an American, you're weird damn near every other country you go to. You're a weirdo, right? If you really want to put a hardcore age of consent into place, it should be where a bitch hit puberty, which is around, I hate to say it, it's around 11 or 12. I don't make the rules, I just explain them. Or it's at 24 years old or 25 years old where a woman's brain is fully developed. There is nothing, and I will repeat, there is motherfucking nothing about an 18-year-old that make them old enough to fucking make their own decisions. They still growing physically. They're still growing mentally. They're
all right.
Doing a lot of shit. What bar do you reach at 18? What bar do you reach?
I think it's just you're an adult, so you have the adultery, you have the rights. You are. I'm lost.
You an adult? No, hold on. You can go out here and get fucked by 30 niggas, but you can't smoke a cigarette? A dick is a fucking dick. All right? Regardless. Whether you have your daughter go into a room with a 30-year-old man for 10 minutes, or you have your daughter go into a room with a 16-year-old man for 10 minutes, and they fuck the shit out of her, regardless, it's just her getting dick. It's nothing more, nothing less.
That's not true.
How does age have anything to do with it, Adin? They're still fucking the shit to a 16-year-old dude doing it, or a 30-year-old dude doing it.
Because it's grooming.
All right, man. So he said a lot. He also made a video on how he said you can legally beat a woman. So I'm gonna put my take on this, you guys. So I've had my own experience from the age of about 7 to 13. I've had two or three experiences where I've actually physically fought a woman, right? And I was the age of 7 to 13. And so you can't even say that they're women at the time, but growing up in the hood, specifically black women, they have a different way of just talking to men, right? And talking to guys. I can't even say men or women because we were 7 to 13. I was a fucking minor at the time, you guys, like a little ass kid. And so I had both situations where they put hands on me. And if a guy were to do that, right, you fighting, right? So if it's the opposite direction, you can't do anything about that. You're not supposed to defend yourself, right? So let's say a woman throws a plate at your head, right? Throws a big fucking backpack full of big ass textbooks at your head, which could cause a concussion, right? You're not supposed to defend yourself. You're supposed to turn the other cheek, or you know what I mean, like that. Like there's certain things. This is the state of the world that we live in, right? Women live in hyper reality. We have gotten to the stage in life where woman teacher can sleep with students. People and the guys in the comment section are saying, "I wish it was me." Oh my God, lucky kid, right? We're in a world where women can be sexual perverts, extreme perverts, do all this crazy stuff in public, and people look at it like, "Oh, go girl. Oh, you do your thing. Oh, that's not too bad." There was a woman just shut down the New York portal for flashing her boobs. Let that be a guy flashing his D. You know what I'm saying? We live in such a world where it's reversed, where women can do literally whatever the hell they want to. So that's why we have men like this guy coming out here talking like this. And dare I say, you guys, I think it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing because there are going to have to be men that take the brunt of the fire, right? And he's taking the brunt of the fire for pushing back. There was this guy, he went viral for talking about bottles, the bottle service. You can't come to my section if you're not fucking. If you or your friends are not fucking, you can't come to my section or drink any of these bottles, you guys. And he went viral for saying that. We live in a world where it's okay. Women literally are talking about taking advantage of men. Cardi B admitted to drugging men and robbing them, and she's one of the most popular rappers in the world, you guys. We live in such a world where it's like women literally can do whatever they want. So of course there are going to be men that push back and talk like this, you guys. Of course they're going to do it. I think it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing because there are going to have to be some guys out here that do that. I'm not going to be the one to do that. I don't believe in it. But the guys out here saying that, oh, he's a loser, and the women say, oh, he's a coward, oh, he's this, he's that, he should be put under the ground. You don't know the situation what the woman did. What did she do to elicit that? Most men don't just go around beating on women. Most men don't just feel like going around beating on women. Most men just don't go around beating it. And that doesn't say that aren't people that just like violence. No, but we never hear a situation. Johnny Depp and her Amber Heard situation. You got to come with overwhelming evidence. And even then, when you come with overwhelming evidence and video footage, people are still wondering, was he all right? Is he okay for doing that, you guys? We live in a hyper reality state where someone like a Kevin Samuels can be seen as almost like akin to a Malcolm X or a Martin Luther King for what he contributed to society because of how degenerative our culture is. We don't hold women accountable. And so this is something that I've learned as a parent before I became a parent, reading all these things, that if you don't, this is a common saying, if you don't discipline your child, the streets and the world will. So why wouldn't it be the same for when a woman does this crazy stuff? You're just supposed to live traditionally, right? We don't, like, a lot of men don't mind being traditional, protected women. But when there aren't no traditional women, why should you expect traditional roles from it's just a lose-lose situation. It don't even make sense, right? You as a man trying to protect a woman from a domestic dispute are putting your life on the line. You don't know what that guy's got going on him. You don't know if he's strapped up or not, right? He might be holding back on when he's beating on this woman. And so you're supposed to go into the fire, put your life on the line for a woman you don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is different. We live in a different time, you guys. And he talking about this minor thing, right, you guys? Claims the age of consent should start at 11 years old. Here's the deal about this right here, you guys, too. We don't like to talk about this in America. He's completely right, you guys, especially when the Drake situation. You got to look online. Look at the laws, you guys. Actually, the age of consent for the majority of America is 16. There's very few states in America where the age of consent is actually 18, right? So it's actually 16. So you at the 30-year-old man can sleep with a 16-year-old woman if there's consent, with it, depending on the state that we're in, you guys. We don't want to talk about that, right? We don't want to talk about that. In India and all these other countries, yes, the age of consent is like 12 and 14. People do go through puberty very early. It like this is natural law, you guys. This isn't this like this age consent thing. This is just a man-made law. Not only that, but bear with me with this, you guys, right? You want to say, oh, a woman's mind's not fully developed. Women are running around at 23, 25, 30 years old, still doing shit, saying that I wasn't in the right state of mind. At what? There's never going to be accountability. That doesn't matter how old a woman gets. There's no age of accountability from their own mind and from society's mind. We don't hold women accountable for shit. So tell me, what age is a woman actually should be held accountable for her decisions, her actions? We say 18's too young. We say 17's too young. We say 21's too young for certain things. Oh, she wasn't in her right frame of mind. When the fuck is she going to be in her right frame of mind? Right? That's what I got to say about that. Me personally, I stay with the law. If the law was 13, 14, I think I would still want to do 18 just because to me, that's just, you're really dealing with some kids after like before the age of 18, you guys. Like you just dealing with kids, man. Even 18 still young, right? Like 18 is still young. But like before that, like I just don't want to deal with that kind of stuff, you guys. I don't want to deal with that. But I stay with the law. I deal with the law. As long as I'm a law-abiding citizen, that's all that matters to me. I'm not being prosecuted. I don't care what the public has to say because, come on, you guys, the public allows a lot of like women to go around and do all OnlyFans in public, in schools and libraries and on buses and stuff like that. And the majority of people are like, oh, go girl, oh, you do your thing. God does it. It's sexual harassment. He's a pervert. He's a pedophile. You know what I'm saying? Like we live in a different world. Let me tell you something else, you guys. Sleeping with a minor below the age of consent is considered statutory rape, no matter what it is. The media never says that women teachers are committing statutory rape. It's considered statutory rape no matter what. Even if the minor consented to it, if it's below the age of consent, it's considered statutory rape. When men do it, the media says rape. Media says RAPE, but when a woman does it, they never say that. They say, oh, sexual activities. Oh, so they skate around it. We live in hyper reality, you guys. That's why something like this can go on. And quite honestly, I agree with it, man. I hope he continues to do his thing. I hope he spreads his word. I think about it like this, you guys. If there was ever a draft, I would never want to be the soldiers on the front line. I would never want to be on the soldiers in the front line. I would love to be in a headquarters somewhere, directing air traffic or, being like control, giving some intel or something like that. I would never want to be on the front lines, but there has to be people on the front lines. There has to be some soldiers willing to take those bullets, willing to go out there and, fight for the country. There has to be some people doing that. It's just not going to be me. That's what I think of this guy right here, man. He's effectively being a soldier on the front lines, taking all these arrows and taking all the bullets. He's saying all that stuff, and he could do that, man. And I think that's a great thing. You go ahead and do it because a lot more guys are actually going to believe this. There are going to be a lot more men out here with this same mindset, right? I don't feel bad for women that are with men that are beating them. You guys got to like think about it like this, man. I don't want to say quite a few. I know like 2 or 3 guys in my entire life that have hit their woman, right? And I know one guy in particular that has done it several times, and women love him. Women love him. How can you feel bad for a woman that goes back, who knows the track record of a guy, but continues to go back because he's sexy, because he's hot, because he's got motion and shit like that? This is what I said again, man. At what stage do we hold women accountable for their own actions and responsibilities? You go for a guy like that, why should we fucking care? At what point can we even, like, why are we at this point even talking bad on this guy, right? She put himself in this situation. You know the guy that got Brittany Renner or whatever the fuck that chick pregnant. We're all talking about like, oh, she groomed him or something like that. No, you knew what she was about. At a certain point, you got to take responsibilities for putting yourself in that damn situation. You just got to put yourself responsible for putting yourself in a situation. And so when women keep going back to these guys like that, there ain't nothing I could do on my end. There ain't nothing to even say about it. You are a woman that is a fully conscious, sentient motherfucker. You want to do that, that's you. So That's what I gotta say about that, you guys, man. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, man. It's your brother Try. See you guys next one.